What's up, guys? So I ordered this little adapter to add a little height to my existing EVGA XC2 Ultra card because that Zotac Max or Amp Maxx card is taller, and so the two cards couldn't be connected with a NVLINK bridge because, like I said, they weren't the same height. So this should, in theory, make the EVGA card taller, and then I should be able to bridge them together. My only concern is that maybe this won't work at PCI Express 3.0, like maybe for some reason it'll be 1.0 or 2.0 or something stupid like that. I don't think that should be the case. I'm not sure how much difference there is, like in the physical specification from 1 through 3. I know that the lanes being provided to it are from the CPU and or the chipset, in which case, you know, in the case of my board, of course, it's 3.0 lanes coming from the 9900K, so it should, in theory, drive the card at 3.0. If it doesn't for some reason, and this causes it to run at a lower speed, then this will be a useless gesture, but hopefully it works. I already made sure it fits in the socket, and it does, but this should add, hopefully, just enough height to make the cards roughly the same height. The only weird thing about it is going to be, I'll try to explain, maybe I'll just show you once I get it installed, but like you figure, if the card's taller, then like the mounting bracket for the card is going to be that much higher, and I won't be able to screw it into place because it'll be positioned, you know, however much height this adds, a few centimeters, you know, higher than it should be. I won't be able to screw it into the back mounting bracket of the case. But I think that as long as I connect it to the other card with the bridge, the NVLINK bridge, which is very, you know, a very rigid bridge, then it really shouldn't move. But we'll just have to see what happens here. So give me a second, we'll hook that up and let's see if this thing works. Hopefully this will allow me to try SLI with those two cards. So I'll be right back. So as you can see, it actually did. So I'm like using my tablet to record and using my phone as a flashlight so you can see, because the lighting in here isn't very good. But you can see the card actually is mounted correctly into the socket. I did have to remove the mounting bracket because it was so high that it was just bouncing into the back of the case and it wouldn't fit. Like I couldn't get the card to fit in there. It was just, so the mounting bracket was in the way. So that's been removed, but they are linked together and they are now the same height. So we have solved for the height problem. The rest of this is just going to be me wiring everything back up, because this needs, you know, the pump has to be connected, and I got to mount the radiator back on top. I just kind of set it down now for the moment. But I got to get the card plugged back into the power connectors from the power supply. And then we can see, like I say, if the card's going to run at the proper speed of, you know, using the 3.0 lanes, or if it's going to be an issue where that's not going to happen and it's going to run at like 1.0 or 2.0 or something stupid like that. But suffice to say, at least we've made some progress here. They're the correct height. They're linked together. That's like a major hurdle out of the way. So stand by here a minute. I'm going to get everything connected back up, and we'll see if it all powers on and if everything runs at the correct speed, etc., etc. I'll probably have to reinstall the drivers too, because when you go from one card to two cards and enable SLI, it seems like a lot of times that messes up Windows for some reason. But I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, everything is connected up. It looks like crap because there's just wires going everywhere. I can always try to clean that up later. I just want to see if it works. Plus I had to get that radiator back on there, and that takes up a lot of space. Everything's in there kind of close, but I believe everything is wired correctly. So next step here, of course, is to see if it'll turn on. If it turns on, we can see if it reads the card correctly. If it reads it correctly, we can see if we can enable SLI. If it works, then we can try like some Red Dead Redemption 2 and see what kind of frame rates we're getting. So let's do that. Sounds exciting. Be right back. Alrighty, so we've got SLI definitely working. The cards are both running. Like I say, I had to increase the height of that, but it's definitely up and running. This is Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know why it's freaking blurry for some reason. The camera on this stupid tablet is not working as well as the one on my phone usually works. I don't know why it's doing that. Like the focus on it's being a bitch. I don't know if you can read it or not, but the GPU utilization is around 80% on each one. I may try overclocking my processor to see if that's potentially holding it back a little bit. But the frame rate has been sitting like right at, see, like it's 62, 63. And G-Sync compatibility will sometimes cause a slight drop in frame rate. So if I shut that off, that might actually improve the frame rate a little bit. but this is in 4K. I'm not scaling the resolution, it's actually in 4K. This is everything on Ultra. The only thing I turned off, and actually I didn't turn off anti-aliasing, it's at like 2x on MSAA, and then reflection MSAA is also at 2x, and so like they're not completely cranked, but I mean 4K Ultra, 60 frames per second, pretty consistent. Like it dropped as low as like 57, but it's staying in the, again, it's blurring out. I don't know why my freaking camera is doing that. I apologize for the camera. I don't know why it's doing this. The reason I'm using my tablet is my phone for some reason is having this problem. Like I can't seem to transfer the video files off of it to my PC. It's like I keep getting weird USB errors when I try to transfer it off. That phone I've had almost 2 years. I think they're starting to, like the USB port on it may be damaged. So, that's kind of a problem. The temperature on, yeah, I mean, the temperatures aren't amazing. I mean, like my water-cooled one is sit at 48, but the Zotac is like 73, 74 degrees, and it's not even at 100% utilization. But I mean, the way that they're in there right now is not really ideal. You figure like the Zotac is the primary card, and it's sitting, blowing its hot air onto the back of the other card, which is still, like I said, the EVGA is still running quite cool despite that, but the heat is not being expelled in an ideal fashion. So I'm going to need to probably fiddle around with that and maybe set up like a case fan to try to blow through there and see if it can help mitigate a little bit. Or maybe turn up the fans a little bit higher, but they're already at like 74%. God, see, the damn thing is blurring out again. I don't know what is up with the camera on this thing. Again, I apologize. I don't know why the camera on this is blurry. It shouldn't be doing that, but it's like the autofocus is jacked up on this tablet. I don't know. But anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Like I say, we ultimately got it to work just by extending the shorter GPU to the height of the taller GPU, and SLI is working. I'll probably do some videos forthcoming here for Red Dead Redemption. I want to try to do some mods on it and see if I can keep it at a good frame rate with the dual cards. Like try some of these ray tracing mods and stuff on this and see if it'll work better. But thanks for watching, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.